Before we jump into the mind of Jake Paul.
No. You're worth something. You can do anything you set your mind to. Every day, you wake up with a plan. If you don't have a plan, make one. Figure it out. Figure out what your purpose is and pursue it. Alright. Guess we can sit right here and just talk about it. Even though my neighbors are probably going to be watching me, but whatever. Most of you watching this have seen the Shane Dawson series, The Mind of Jake Paul, including myself. So I'm not going to be doing a huge 30-minute long video on this, but I did want to get out a few points that I myself had on this documentary. Now, Shane, thank you so much. You are such an entertaining guy and so inspiring. You know, at least me, I can tell in your videos that you are still a normal ass dude, even though you are famous as fuck, and you do have a lot of people to look up to you. So seeing you keep humble and just enjoy your life and live the way you live really inspires a lot of people, and I hope you know that. So before this video starts, I just wanted to give Shane a big thumbs up to everything you do. So at first, this documentary seemed like it was mainly out to get Jake Paul and to basically destroy him a little bit. That's at least what it looked like to me. Sociopath, sociopath, sociopath. Episode 1 through 3 was basically him describing all the possibilities Jake Paul has been, one, being accused with, and two, kind of fallen himself into because of his own actions. I enjoyed the episode with Nick Crompton. That was when I believe everything started to, that is when I believe everything started to unfold the way it should, beginning with him talking about the pranks being fake, which showed that the Martinez twins were not being truthful about the videos they were making about Jake Paul, and kind of explained all the drama that was going on in the Team 10 house at the time. I'm saying Team 10 house, like, do you guys ever wonder that we're talking about like 20 total 20-year-olds that lived in a house together, and great, they might have scammed us, or great, they might have made a bunch of money, but like at the end of the day, they're entertainers. If you think what Jake Paul was doing was bad, just imagine what could be going on in Hollywood. So I get it, YouTube's a younger crowd, but that's like telling me I'm never gonna find out what marijuana is one day. I'm never gonna find out what drugs are. I'm never gonna find out like the reality of the world. People die, people get killed, people do shady things, people act a fool, and people pretend to be things that they aren't all the time. It's nothing new. So, you know, it was a cool documentary and all, but I honestly think that Shane could have used it on somebody better than Jake Paul. It only works that way because YouTube is directed around the Pauls, and I get that. So that's why I'm making this video, but just my opinion. They answered a lot of things about Jake and his ex-girlfriend. Honestly, my main focus on that entire thing was how often I realized it's got nothing to do with Jake. It's Logan, and honestly a little bit about their dad. Everything that we thought Jake was in the beginning of this documentary is actually now what I think Logan Paul is, and his dad. Plot twist. What the fuck? I mean, Jake's the younger brother, man. When you see your big brother doing big things, and you know, he was doing big things at the time too, but that doesn't take away that your brother, your older brother, is always your role model. So in seeing Jake defend his brother after his brother f***ed his ex-girlfriend, that just made me believe even more that Jake loves his brother so much and he doesn't want to lose his older brother. I still can't wrap my head around that. I have an older brother and he's 3 years older than me, and we would never think to do anything like that. But it's because me and my brother grew up so close that I would never want to hurt my brother like that. I blame it on their parents. They were probably not the best parents. They probably weren't there to talk to all the time, to be taught these things like you don't fuck your brother's ex-girlfriend. And yeah, that situation to me is nothing more than that. As far as Jake being outrageous on camera, doing all these things and all these controversies, I sort of believe him. And I see a lot of videos right now coming out that they're saying that he lied, Alyssa lied, all these people lied, and who knows, they could have. I don't know them, but I'm going based off of what I thought I saw. Jake seemed to be telling the truth. What didn't sit right with me was that he didn't delete the video up until they asked him to do it, which is something I believe he kind of did just because he was on camera and he didn't want to seem like he wasn't going to do it on camera, so he did it. But who the hell cares at the end, man? Shane, you are great at making documentaries strictly off the fact that I'm not a Jake Paul fan by any means, but you kept me drawn in the whole time. And it was because of you, your editor, your filmer, and you guys just do a great job. I don't think Jake's lying about anything in his relationships with his friends in the house that were there before. I think that they all became exactly what Jake was pretending to be and, you know, used his name to gain more fame as they walked out of the door, which is a smart business move by them. And Jake, being such a great businessman and all, he should know that he's teaching these people devious ways to turn on him. To be honest, the last episode was the only episode I really got a lot of information out of. The episode where Jake took Shane on that little doom buggy ride, that was my second favorite episode because it kind of showed us exactly what Jake goes through in his daily life and exactly how they act off camera. So it was cool to see them in their natural habitat. I didn't like Alyssa's interview. I think her interview could have been completely left out and they could have put Logan there. And to be honest, this just raised a lot of questions more into the air. So there's a lot more gray areas now, like the whole Logan situation. I want to know why he would do that to his brother. I don't think they talked about their father enough. I think he's got a lot to do with what's wrong with them. And I want to get their mom's side of the story also, because she, to me, seems like the only one with her head on completely straight. So I would like to get her take on how they grew up as kids and if they were there for them. I want to know what you guys think. Obviously, I'm just one person. These are a couple of questions that came up off my head literally just talking about it right now. I knew Jake was putting on some type of facade. He just seemed way too similar to Logan, and Logan's attitude and personality seemed to fit him way more than Jake's did. So it looked like an act. There's definitely a lot of people out there with questions, opinions, and hopefully answers because I don't have them all. Thank you for watching my damn video. I'm gonna see you next time, all right? You watching this video, you're coming back, please.